Welcome to the bad boy pod, talking bad boy bards, make a good girl nuts with the bad boy swag. Having conversations that a bad boy man, sit down, relax, kick back, have a blast, enjoy the bad boy pod, brought to you by Lady Parts.
Wow, that was a chaotic moment, honestly.
Wow. Be memorable.
That's what
Who
I
was
say.
that again?
It was the
Be
fuck is his name?
memorable.
Pervert.
Oh, I know. It's not Russell Brand. No, he's British.
No.
Be memorable.
Be memorable. Different pervert. What's his face? Chris
D'Elia. Okay, but
Be memorable D'Elia. Wow, isn't that funny that he was not memorable in this?
Be memorable.
Isn't it funny that I called him Russell Brand?
It is. Actually, you know what? Very funny.
I mean, two greasy spoons, if you ask me.
Two greasy spoons. Who would hang out? You know what? They would
for
absolutely tear
sure.
up this town.
Chris D'Elia, you know, he sent Russell Brand a DM being like, "Hey man, just want to say like I support what like I'm standing with you."
And Russell Brand was like, "Oi, who is this?"
Be like,
Thank you, but who is
Oi.
this? Thank
Oi.
you.
You're like, join my cult. My name is Russell Brand D'Elia.
Oh.
Yeah.
They would be fun roommates, I think, actually.
Ooh.
What's their conjoined salad?
Their conjoined salad.
Where is their crossover?
It's definitely a sloppy salad.
I think they're both vegan at this point.
Oh, for
Vegan but
sure.
sloppy, email Diane.
Vegan but sloppy. They have like a Beyond Beef taco bowl.
Ooh, sloppy.
Sloppy. You know what we're gonna put in Slimer?
Ooh, what?
Your monstrous eucalyptus bundle.
My name is Julian Davidovich.
I mean, honestly, I've never seen. Is that a Trader Joe's?
No, that's
Hose?
Listen, Mia's. Love Mia.
Oh,
Listen,
Mia.
free ad for Mia. We love you. Love your marigolds. Love your bunches of
Humongous eucalyptus bundle.
buncho.
How long does your eucalyptus last normally?
It depends. I mean, what do you like when it starts smelling bad?
It starts smelling bad?
I mean, like a few months in it, I feel like it starts like.
Months?
Oh my god! I feel like I leave it. Is that bad? I leave it dried. I kind of let it dry. Let it dry.
I don't think it's bad.
You're just shocked they don't replace
I'm
every
just-
week. I mean, that would be expensive. I don't have a $40 eucalyptus budget per month.
I'm not saying you need to replace it every week.
No,
I
I
mean,
know.
you don't need to replace it.
No, I know, but it dies. And
Right.
like it's not gonna be fresh.
Right.
But is that what you're asking? Like when does it die?
When does it stop?
fresh?
I feel like you should throw it out when it stops smelling good.
I feel like there's still like a bit of a faint smell there, and there's still a vibe. And I like dried things too. You know what I mean?
It's more for the vibe than it is
It's
the
more
smell.
for the vibe than the smell at that point. Yeah,
Okay,
but then
fair
it does start to smell a little. It does take a turn, and then you're like, these need to go
Yeah, I mean,
now.
look,
And sometimes I honestly let it go way too long.
I don't ever like BDSM my eucalyptus to my fixture like you do.
Okay.
But I will when I get a bouquet or like when I go to the grocery store and get flowers, I'll get like marigolds, baby breath, and eucalyptus, and I'll put all of it in water. I'll make a little bouquet
Ooh.
and I'll put it all in water, and I'll sometimes put that in the bathroom, but it's always in water.
But you're not putting like a humongous bunchel.
No,
No,
monstrous
listen,
bundle.
It's a huge bushel.
It's
It is
one of
really
the
a
bigger
bushel.
ones I've seen.
I mean, listen, it's not like I can be like, can you cut this down? I mean, they could be, but then it's like wasting all this beautiful eucalypti.
Anyway, we'll put it in the Slimer and let the people decide. Is it too
Let the
much?
people decide. I wish I got you know what? I got a better photo of it, but you can't really see all of it. So it's really not like you don't get the full bundle pic, but like I really wish it was in its full self.
How old is that?
A few days old.
Okay, yeah. It still
Unwatered.
smells quite strongly.
It does.
Yeah.
You can really smell it from down the hall.
Jerry
My name
told
is
me
Diane.
today that buttermilk never goes bad.
Okay, we're going to have to look that up. And
Email
put it in the
Diane,
Slimer.
because when I smelled the buttermilk in our fridge, I beg to differ.
Buttermilk. See, that sometimes I feel like Jer, where I'm just like, I'll just say shit like that.
Yeah.
And then Carlos is like, you know what? Of all the things you say, that might be the weirdest.
And I'm like, I'm not going to throw it out, but
Mm.
I'm not ever smelling this again. Because, like, I know buttermilk is supposed to be like a lumpy doo-doo.
Okay.
She's a lumpy dairy.
Lumpy dairy doo-doo.
Lumpy dairy doo-doo. My name is absolutely Diane.
Yeah.
Um,
Still in the testicle, by the way.
yeah, I know.
Okay. That's fine. I'm just mentioning it.
Yeah, it's a long testicle. I
It's
mean,
literally fine. I just wanted to remind us
I feel like I've had so much coffee that it's having the opposite effect.
that you're tired.
Does that ever happen to you?
Someone told me recently that because I was like, oh, Yeah, I don't know. I don't have trouble sleeping, obviously, if I've had coffee at 8 or
PM?
7 or whatever. And they're like, it usually means you have ADD. And I was like, well, you're not a doctor and I've never been diagnosed.
But what
I
time
kinda
do you go to
believe
bed? Like 2.
No, I mean, I could literally fall asleep on the couch watching a movie at like 10,
Oh.
11.
If
As
I
long
have
as I get horizontal on a couch watching something, I can fall asleep.
but a peek behind the curtain, it's about 2:41 p.m.
Oh.
And I can't have coffee past this point. Otherwise, I will have I'll fall asleep. It just may take me like half an hour.
That's rough for Zoe because she goes to bed at 10 to 10:30.
I lights off 10:30.
Lights off 10:30. But you do go out. Zoe does go out.
Do I?
Sometimes.
Last
if
night
you
I
go
was
to a
out.
party.
Last night I was out until 9:30. We walked. What?
No, I mean,
Don't laugh at me.
I am
That was.
laughing at her.
We went to a bar. Okay.
Listen, she was out late.
It was a sports bar, and I was like, "This is the worst Moscow Mule I've ever had."
Ugh.
They didn't use
God.
ginger beer.
I noticed Americans say Moscow, not Moscow. But I feel like Canadians say
Okay.
Moscow instead of Moscow.
Why don't you judge me for
no
it,
one gives
then?
a shit. Yeah, gotta say, probably the worst. Speaking of sports bars,
Okay.
they're opening Public House again. It's going to be enormous. But then across the street, they're opening a gay sports bar that's like popular in WeHo. So that's cute.
Okay. Gay
Um,
sports.
I hope they do way better than Public House because
I mean,
Public House is,
Do they show just like
Friday.
regular sports and then gay people go there, or is it
I
like
guess, like, I don't know. That's just-
exclusively?
I just heard it was a gay sports bar and I was like, okay,
It's going to be exclusively WNBA games.
that sounds nice.
It does sound nice.
That sounds much nicer.
Okay, we're going to podcast from there. Anyway,
Okay.
8-minute testicle. Let's see how it is.
Wow. That flew by.
Consider that testicle zipped up.
Dropped.
Oh yeah, consider that testicle dropped indeed. If you have a testicle, if you have a testicle, let us know what it was like when it dropped.
Yeah. Did it hurt?
Kind of confused.
Yeah, I'm kind of as men get confused about periods, I get confused about literal testicles.
Yeah, I agree with that. Anyway, my name is Shaleia Divine, and I get confused about literal testicles.
Oh, and my name is Zoe Clark, and I do not.
No.
You know what? I know everything about testicles.
I'm a bit of an expert.
It's like I even bought a whole book just
Okay.
on testicles.
And
I bet
it's
you
called
could.
The Guinness Book of Balls.
Oh God. Honestly, sounds awful.
I agree.
Just a bunch of like winning testicle things.
Ooh,
like
yeah.
biggest balls, first of all.
heaviest
Boring.
for circumference.
Ooh, gross. Yeah, heaviest.
Smelliest.
Let's see, what else? Smelliest is on there.
Biggest, naturally.
Yeah, biggest is kind of like largest. But also
Biggest
like,
is kind of like largest.
but there's not much you can like what else is there? Like most like cutest isn't on there. 'Cause, like
Oh.
that's hard to even judge.
I mean, smoothest.
smoothest. Maybe like the most hairless or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to be like the biggest cooked testicle because that's not going to happen. We're not going to cook
No
testicles.
one's cooking their testicle. Not.
Is this only human? I don't even want to think about the rest of them at all.
I don't want to think about humans either. Anyway, who's your bad boy on the block this week?
Who's your testicle in the week this week?
Who's your testicle on the groin
People
this
just,
week?
like never talk about testicles again.
Angel.
You know what's gross is like you never really think about this photo though of what's his face.
Robin Thicke.
That's his name. Oh my
Yeah.
God, his feet in his mouth.
I think about it.
You think about it?
You
That's
know, I
all
kind of
she
have a
thinks
crush
about.
on him.
Really? Oh, I never think about that.
I mean,
I
he
never
has
think about Zoe's crush on Robin Thicke.
email Diane because if you wouldn't, you're lying.
I would say, no, I don't know. To me, I'm just like, will you like talk at me about sports?
Here's the thing.
If
He
I didn't know
really-
anything about him, I would be like, I feel like you're just going to talk at me.
I was like, eh. And then he cried about his divorce. And I was like, eh?
Oh?
Like, I do want a man who would cry about me and write a record about me and cry on the record and, like,
Oh, well, email Diane
be
and
friends.
Zoe.
And, like, maybe he could introduce me to Ken Jeong, who could maybe introduce me to Rudy Giuliani. And, like, what more could you even ask for out of a
do you
out of a
think
lover?
Ken Jeong and Rudy Giuliani text?
Oh,
Certainly not.
absolutely.
Wait, didn't he walk off the set?
Yeah, he did.
I love that.
Do you think
I love
Truth
that.
Social
Ken
has
Jeong.
DMs?
Huh, I think that's too scary, but they probably do. And I
I would-
bet they're lit.
I bet the Truth Social DMs are lit.
God, remember when all those new apps were coming out and people were really like, just like, add me here?
Yep.
Will Trump win? Email Diane.
I'm not concerned.
Not concerned.
I guess you could
I guess.
color me concerned.
Oh, it's certainly concerning, I will
Because,
say.
you know, he is a pretty convincing guy.
I
But
mean, yeah.
I'm going to hope for the best, which is
People
his
really are
death.
interesting. Oh, that is usually the best option.
Yeah.
For someone like that, it's like, could you perish somehow?
He could perish. He
In
could
some-
perish. Also.
In some kind of capacity. Who knows? I'm not even saying like it's slow.
No,
I would
think
actually prefer if it was fast.
I want a quick and random.
Quick and random. Why not?
I don't want him to be killed because that would just start. I mean,
This is like, no, exactly. We don't want him to be killed by anybody.
no matter how he dies, there's going to be like 1,000 conspiracy connies about it.
Exactly.
But I do not care, and I want it to happen.
It's just the easiest option sometimes.
Sometimes.
I want you to get excited about your life.
Segue.
Wait, Dr. Phil?
No.
Oh,
I wonder how he's doing though.
probably not great.
Bad boy?
Yeah.
I will say the mosquitoes again for like the third week, but it's not
I
my
got a
main
big
bad
one
boy.
yesterday.
Oh my god, I was outside for 5 minutes.
Same.
Murdered by mosquitoes.
Thought I was just enjoying the evening air.
Thought I was just enjoying the evening
Turns
air.
out
I was murdered by mosquitoes.
I was
they took
not
all
alone.
my blood. I can't breathe.
I was
I
not
will
alone.
get
We were
West Nile.
all enjoying the evening air.
Does West Nile do anything bad?
Nah.
Nah. Okay.
Nah, it's fine.
I'll eat a fucking mosquito. I'll eat a
Oh,
bowl
I don't
of
think
mosquitoes.
that's how you get West Nile, but yeah.
No, probably not. Turns out you get West Nile from bugs.
Yep.
Don't listen to me, please. Oh yeah, bad boy. These little straws. Not a fan. Really not a fan of like metal straws. I've done nothing but bad. I've like.
You're gonna chip it. You're gonna get chipped with that thing.
You think so? My tooth?
I mean, isn't that why
I'm
you
so
don't like them?
scared. No.
Oh.
Well, first of all, I mean, I've knocked over twice. Knocked over my full cup twice.
The thing is, they don't sell metal straws that are an appropriate length. They're always so tall.
You're right. Why aren't they just babies? Like, literally, I just want them to be this high.
There's just no like. What if I got a plastic straw from like Dunkin' Donuts and it was that big? I'd be like, what the fuck is up with this straw?
They're like assuming I want to have a smoothie through this for some reason.
But even if it was in like a pint glass, that's fucking tall. Because trust me, I've used one of those in a pint glass and it's still
you can
like,
hear it clanging around. It's my new addiction. My straw.
yeah, I know.
I'm a martyr to my teeth now. I only care about my teeth.
Yeah, I know.
So it's hell, and it's not even like cleaning them that's the worst. It's really like I literally knocked this over onto my computer and was like, "That's rad!" Like I can't believe I did that.
So you can't just sip?
What do you mean I can't just sip? I can sip.
No, why do you need a straw? Like, what did I miss?
Oh, it really just bypasses my stupid teeth. That's it. I just get really bad standing right here,
Oh,
and I'm sick of getting it out.
I see.
It's so annoying.
This
is my huge effort. This is
your
Julia's new
huge
life.
effort to
But, like,
not stain your teeth.
New problem?
No offense. You think you're going to maintain this?
I've maintained it for a few days, but I think the worst part of it is that like I'm probably going to create a new problem. Like I'll be like, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, but like I was always afraid to get like pucker lines from like, you know,
Sure.
I'm puckering my mouth like it's an asshole,
Yep. Hey, you said it, not me.
you know. But it's like, but I smoke joints, so I don't know.
Yeah, I
Email
feel
Diane
like
about lines. I'm not too concerned.
I think smoking anything will impact your teeth.
Oh yeah,
And so will drinking coffee, drinking red wine, tons of things fuck with your teeth. Drinking
Tons of things
lemonade.
fuck with your drinking lemonade.
Drinking lemonade.
Tea really does it. Tea really is a
Tea.
stainer.
But I just like,
I love that my floss is here, by the way. It's just been here this whole time. Not like a used floss, but
I didn't
like
even notice it because it basically is the same shape as an AirPod case.
this whole time she thought it was AirPods.
Yeah, it was special glide
Wait, what
AirPods.
kind of... Wait, email Diane, what kind of floss do you use? But you, what kind of floss do you use?
Reach.
What's that?
It's like, it's
Oh, the
not...
sticks?
It's no.
Oh,
It's
gross,
not a
thank
ribbon.
God.
It's just like a regular...
If you use the sticks, you have to turn off this podcast now. I'm sorry.
I mean,
It's not
don't you
enough
care about
floss.
the Great Pacific Garbage
Don't you
Patch?
care?
They do make biodegradable sticks.
Who cares?
Okay. I use Reach. It's like the cheapest one, and it's a string. It's not the ribbon. Is that the ribbon?
Yeah, but it's like
I don't fuck
very
with the ribbon.
glidey.
I don't fuck with the ribbon.
Oh my God.
I like the regular.
How's this divided?
Okay, perfect pole.
Okay.
Ribbon or string.
Or tiny, painful string.
It's not painful. It's effective.
Effective string. Okay, maybe I'll try
This is going to be the wedge that drives us apart.
Dentimist? Wow.
Yeah.
Dentist recommended.
The ribbon?
Yes.
Okay, that dentist, going to prison.
That dentist? Oh, a hoe.
I mean, sponsored by Big Ribbon.
Wow, you think so?
Yeah, I
Sponsored by
do.
Crest and Big Ribbon?
What are you looking at?
I thought I saw a hummingbird, but it wasn't a hummingbird. I'm sorry. Today? Good boy?
Yeah.
Fun boy? Interesting boy?
Yeah.
The fuck was that sound?
I don't know. I keep
Could
hearing
be
noises.
anything.
Well, if you know the cause of the beep, email Diane at badboypod.com.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I didn't really have a bad boy. Like, my job that laid me off like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Like 3 days after they laid me off, they hired me back freelance because they were like, we still want to exploit you for your labor, but we don't want to give you health insurance. And I was like, sounds perfect. So I started working for them again on Tuesday of last week, and I'm just fucking exhausted. Like, I'm very
Work is
grateful
hard.
to have a job, but going from being unemployed and just like staring at the wall to working a full ass day, kind of exhausting, especially because when I was unemployed, I was taking like 2-hour naps every day.
Wow.
Because why wouldn't
that
I?
Sounds really nice.
But then
I don't
First
think
of
I've
all-
done that even like on a weekend.
my nap was torn out of my hands
What the hell?
by big corporation.
How dare they take your sleep from you?
I know.
Your precious sleep.
And
you have to pay taxes?
I do.
I can't believe we have to like not sleep as much as we want to, and we have to pay taxes.
Agreed.
Like pick
Pick a lane.
Give me
government.
Give me a little bit of life back. How about that?
I think a 4-day work week.
Am I the
like,
hugest baby alive? Oh, 4-day work week or like give me death? I mean, at this point, I'm just like,
why wouldn't they
I
just
think
give
we
us
need
a 4
one more
we
day.
all need a
I
4-day
think
work
we
week.
need one more day.
And even if it means like instead of 9 to 5 being the norm, it's 9 to 6, 4-day work week.
I don't even give a shit.
That's
Yeah,
4
I'd
extra
work,
hours.
I would
You're
work
welcome.
one more fucking hour. I don't give a shit. If
I
I could
agree.
get one day off.
I 100% agree.
Ugh, like Friday, beautiful day.
Yep. Do you have
Friday-
any other bad boys, by the way?
I do. I literally do. I
thank
like
God, because
worst
I'm-
week of my life. Because she had such a perfect week almost.
Almost. Other than being fucking exhausted all the time.
So my squirrel hole's back. They like in like the side, like the little side you come in.
Yep.
There's like that like shitty. What's that shit called?
Screen.
Oh my god! Yeah, wow.
Really?
It's like, yeah, you really got it. I was
Oh
like,
my
what's
God.
the word? I really forgot it.
I was-
Screen. It's
screen.
like, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's not even cute. You know? I
Wait,
wanna
so
put,
a
like-
squirrel got into your little back area?
Oh, they're always in there. It's really not hard. It's just that like they come through the little screening part, and it just creates a little pocket, a little hole, and then I have to go up there with the.
Oh, you're stapling it.
I have to go staple hard.
But how do they get back in?
They just like wiggle through it. Email Diane.
You got to get one of
My name's
those. I
Diane,
mean,
and
first of
wiggle
all,
through it too.
you should have your landlord deal with this. But also,
Please. They would just be like, actually, we don't want this here, and we don't want any of your plants.
you can
here."
get one of those, like, they sell like little patches, like screen patches.
I literally have that screen patch right there. Like, did you see on the way in? I don't know if you
I
noticed.
didn't
have all
notice.
those little like windows.
Because usually when
I've been hoarding window stuff. so
usually
can
when I
fix it.
park and walk to your home, I'm not rudely interrupted by you taking out your trash.
Yeah, I really interrupted her.
So I usually get the opportunity to observe way more. So maybe had I not been rudely interrupted by you, I would have
yeah, I really
noticed
came
the
and
screen.
helped her come in when like carried all the stuff, but whatever. Rude me.
Did you see me pull in?
Yeah, I did. I was like, I literally was taking out the trash. I was like, listen, I can't have a smelly house. But also, I kind of feel like Zoe might arrive right now.
Wait, you
Kinda
had
feels like
you had a spidey sense?
Well, as I was walking down, like I mean, I didn't sense you there, but I did kind of feel like you maybe would arrive at that time because I was like, it feels like about 20-ish minutes since you texted me. I'm like, that's about a 20-minute drive.
But I mean, it was perfect timing.
It really was, and I was like, trash out,
Trash
Microphone
out. This
holders
trash coming in.
Zoe the trash coming in.
Zoe the trash is fucking.
The most beautiful trash is all. Trash
barging
is
in.
all.
Yeah, I would say so.
Trash of all. Well, you know, what I was going to play now, I can't find right now. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Holes, holes, holes.
No. Also, missed opportunity to play last week when I was re-listening to the episode. Seems like you're not sleeping well. I was like, do I even have that? Oh, there's.
Looks like you're not sleeping well.
There he is.
Oh my god! I was
In
like,
Debt
is
Legend.
she still here? In Debt Legend. Poor guy. Just kidding.
I mean,
What a piece of shit.
yeah, I don't really.
It's just like my pillow guy. What's your problem? No one even like. I was just about to say no one even knows his name. Then I realized what his name was in my head.
Yeah, it's Mike Lindell.
Mike Lindell.
We do know your name.
I know your fucking name. Be memorable. That's one memorable guy.
That
You know that voice.
Looks like you're not sleeping well.
And I'm not sometimes.
Sometimes I'm not.
But it's not because I don't want or have your pillow. Let's be honest.
I would actually try his pillow just to see if it's comfortable or not. Like,
I know what I'm getting Zoe next to.
I want to see what the hype is all about.
Birthday. Oh yeah, you mentioned that you think the cookies are different here, like the maple cookies. I probably good boy Julia.
I don't think they're.
Maple cookies.
I have a hunch that the maple cookies that you smuggled in from Canada
They're not
are
smuggled.
better than the ones from Trader Joe's.
I don't
and
think she's
different.
just saying that to honk my tits.
I'm not saying it to honk your tits. I looked it up online,
And,
and they look
online said-
different.
oh, but do they taste different?
I don't know. I can't tell from the pictures.
Come on, you've never
But
had
the
one from
ones
Trader
from
Joe's
Trader-
here? They definitely make. They're product of Canada.
The ones from Trader Joe's have white cream filling, and the ones from Canada, the filling is not white. It's a beautiful maple color,
Interesting news.
so it's different.
Okay, well, Sherlock, Zoe's on the case.
Yeah,
Not really, but
I mean, when it comes to maple cookies, I'm going to figure that shit out.
God, they're really good. I really want some right now. I'm pissed. I didn't bring my
I
own
still have
box.
some left.
Oh, my mom's sending me a box soon. Ooh,
Oh.
my mom's sending me something, so I'm gonna ask her for maple cookies.
Grandpa's feeling a little
Wait, did you say your
frisky
second
today.
bad boy?
I said a second one, and then I may have a third.
Great. When you order pancakes, do you get like
friend's a barfer? That's what it was.
Oh.
I think about barf time. Jesus Christ.
Sully
Whenever I
hasn't
get
barfed
busy,
since
he barfs.
Sully hasn't barfed since we potted last week.
Oh, but the nut barfing.
Yeah, I did clean up the nuts.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I was there for that.
Fran. Oh yeah, we had a whole outing after the
Oh
pod.
my
We went to the
God.
grocery
We had a
store.
surprise
Good boy.
Vallarta.
We had a surprise Vallarta. That's my grocery store. Don't kill me.
Really, good boy.
Yeah.
I hear they have all dressed chips there. I heard that last night.
You heard about you were
Someone-
talking about Vallarta?
We were talking about all dressed chips, and someone was like, "They have them at Vallarta," and I was like, "No way."
What are all dressed chips?
And then someone was like, "Yeah, white people love Vallarta," and I was like, "Yeah, they do."
yeah, that would be me.
They
Wait,
fucking
what's
do.
an all dressed chip?
You never had?
No.
Oh my god, I have them in there. You're
I'm
not
sure
gonna
I would
like
hate
them.
it.
I'll take a picture and put them in the
I
timer,
only
but it's
like plain things. I'm very boring.
It's like I'll show you them between our huge break of 2 seconds, but it's like it's barbecue, it's onion,
Oh, it's everything.
everything. But
Yuck.
it's really good. Yeah, you'd hate it. It's good. I love it.
It sounds too
We
flavorful.
popped a ketchup chip bag the other day. Not that you would be interested in that at all,
Not at all.
but
I mean, obviously I hate ketchup. I also understand that ketchup chips probably don't really taste like ketchup.
I mean, it's like it really just tastes more like sour. I realize I really love sour. I love
Growing up, I
sour.
loved sour cream and onion, but now I just think it smells like a foot.
You're right, but like a delicious foot.
No,
I
a
love
disgusting
sour cream
foot.
and onion.
Like fucking Russell Brand's foot.
Smile. Russell Brand's foot.
You know
It's
that
such
it
a
would
good
smell
description. No, I would say Russell Brand's foot is more okay. Russell Brand's foot. Who's the person you mentioned at the beginning that we said?
Oh, Crystalia?
Oh my god. Okay, Crystalia's foot though.
Yeah.
Sour cream and cheddar.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's exactly what
I
it
was
is.
also thinking cheddar. Maybe like a spicy cheddar chip.
Oh yeah, that's
My
what
name is
LeBron's
Crystalia.
chips are. Because LeBron has a chip.
Uh-huh.
It's literally
A potato chip?
it's spicy cheddar. Or it's like flaming hot cheddar or something, like cheddar with sour cream. It's so fucking good. I love LeBron's chips.
Okay.
They're
Email
too
Diane.
expensive
You
though.
love the Lakers.
Yeah, I guess I do.
I low-key do.
Do you?
I can't lie.
You
like,
are a Lakers household. She really is.
like the
We'll put a picture of Sully's literal bed in the Slimer if he still has it.
I don't know. It didn't make the move.
Oh dear. It's too
But
bad.
sometimes Jerry
Rest
will
in
put the
peace.
dogs in jerseys.
I will. Oh yeah, put a picture of that in the Slimer then, because you guys really are a Lakers.
We are.
household.
I just think like
Shelly used to actually have a huge hat as a dog bed.
Yeah, it was
Like an
cute. He liked
enormous
it.
hat. He loved it. He loved hiding in like
It's
a
like
circus tent.
exposure, you know? If you like watch something enough, you're going to like it. And I just feel like it's like you get to know the characters, you know all of the guys. Now it's like a new season, so there's like a new set of characters to get to know.
It's such a
Ew.
good description of life.
Let's do some updates. Okay, first update. Before we started recording, we were like looking on various websites to find updates, and Julia found this one from People Magazine, who she follows on Instagram,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she
Really good
loves to
boy.
send me random shit.
I really do.
New court documents include Amber Heard's claims to a therapist that her Aquaman co-star, Jason Momoa, arrived drunk and late on set and was cosplaying Johnny Depp.
I mean, first of all, okay. What?
We'll
put the side by side of Johnny and
Jason.
It's just such a random side by
I
side.
mean,
and the
Jason's
funniest.
way hotter than Johnny Depp, I'll be honest.
Yeah, come on. How old is he? Like in his 30s? He's a young man.
No, he's 44.
Jesus Christ.
Still
He's
kind of
a young man, but like not as
Heard
Oh,
claimed
oh,
Momoa
oh.
arrived on the set dressing like her ex Johnny Depp, wearing, quote, all of the rings. And then they're like, no, he was kind. You know, whatever. All right, recording in progress.
I don't even remember where we left off at. I'm scared.
I think we were like mid. I think we updated.
Oh, really? We were like mid update?
I don't know. Did we talk about George Santos?
No, we didn't. No.
Okay. So we were mid update. Okay. Hey, we're back. We had a bit of a technical mishap. So we are doing a remote doodle dandy, if you can imagine.
Oh my God, I pictured you saying that today. And I was like,
Remote-a-doodle dandy?
can't wait for her to say remote. Yeah, I really could
Ugh,
not wait for you to say
God.
remote to doodle dandy because I knew you would say it.
I hate myself. I'm never saying it again. My name is Julia Davidovich. Anyway, yeah, so here we are. It's fucking 2021 again.
Can you believe it? Back on the Zoom again.
We're back on the Zoom again. And you know, it feels like I never left.
Oh, but we've never Zoomed in your new home, but with me in this home. And also, I haven't been in the dining room, aka my office.
Oh, it's true.
On Zoom.
New
It's
location
true.
unlocked.
Spicy?
Oh, yeah, and Kevin is here.
He's here.
Okay,
He's
so I
got a
guess
new
we could-
look.
yeah, he has a new look. It looks
What
like
would
he
you call
has
this look?
no-
But I mean, I'll tell you what the image was actually called when I saved it. Kevin James headshot 2011.
Oh, wow.
Cropped.
I would say it's a bit it's a bit of a toothless Kangol.
Wow, he really? Oh wow, he does look like he has like only the two teeth there. That's such an
Yeah.
interesting look. Well, you know what? Thank you, Kevin James. What a
And
beautiful
I guess
photo.
we'll
of
put it in
yourself.
Slimer.
Well, you'll see it for sure. Oh yeah, take a photo of us.
Right. We'll take a photo. 1, 2, 3, smile. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. Hey, smile. Okay, nailed it. Okay, perfect. So,
I try.
George Santos,
Oh yeah,
congressman to the stars.
He really is kind of congressman to the stars,
Like,
and I respect
resign,
him. Only for being such a
but
mess.
also I'm enjoying
Never resign at the same time because you're such a nut.
it. Resign,
Like
but
you
stay
never
put.
will because you're such a kook. Resign, but absolutely never quit. My name is Diane Feinstein.
Never quit, just die. A perfect way to go out.
Never die, just quit. You're right. That should have been the title of her memoir. Did she have a memoir? If she does,
I would bet
maybe I'll
my
put in the
life on
slider.
it.
Oh.
Who do you think
Ugh.
wrote the foreword for her memoir? It's giving Bill Clinton.
I was gonna say Chuck Schumer. Did I say
Oh,
Chuck Schumer?
Yeah, it was definitely Chuck Schumer. Anyway, George Santos.
I kind of like that name more personally. Anyway, yes, George.
The Justice Department brought new charges against him, bringing the total counts from 13 to 23 and introducing the first financial crimes involving his campaign, stealing financial information from donors and family members, making an array of unauthorized political
Be
contributions. And-
memorable.
yeah, he's a bit of a memorable man. And pocketing some of And pocketing some of
That's
the money
him.
personally.
Good job. What was that
Speaking
picture of
of-
him with that child?
Oh, yeah. I guess he was having some argument in the halls of Congress and he was holding some random baby. We'll put it in Slimer.
It's such a good moment. I mean, like the caption was perfect. Or at least like the description. The description was saying that someone asked him if that was his baby, and he said something like, "Not yet." Email Diane if that's real. Like,
Email Diane if you're
what?
giving George Santos your baby.
What does that mean?
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, which I don't think I am, but I think when Dianne Feinstein died, George Santos tweeted something like, "Me and my partner are wishing her family the best," something like that. And it was like the first time he ever publicly mentioned his partner. And so he like hard launched his boyfriend when Dianne Feinstein died.
That's so fucking wild.
I
I will
know.
see if that moment is available on
Yeah, I mean, we could do-
Twitter/X.com.
Yeah, definitely see if it's available on X.com. And I will say this about Elon Musk. Impressive that he got
Tell us.
X.com.
I think about that. Also, I think about like still how porny it is when you get like a notification from them, and you're just like,
Ugh.
X.
I know.
What? Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know. He
But
would
so many
make it a porny
sites have not
website.
kind of like. You're right, but like no sites have switched over like the icon that says like Twitter to an X at all. You know what I mean?
But the app
Email
is an
Diane if
X.
you're on the forefront. Yeah, it is.
Hideous.
She has she had X.com.
Oh yeah, she gave it up. Now she's a
Someone bought it from
billionaire.
her for $65. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now she's a 65 denier.
We wish she was on wealthygorilla.com. That is a goal.
Oh, God. You think George Santos is?
You know what? Let's check it out. But like Diane's little weird Instagram emoji face.
Yeah.
But also on wealthygorilla.com would be kind of a vibe, gotta say.
It's Memoji and Wealthy Gorilla art, very similar.
George Santos, wealthy.
No
gorilla.
disrespect to that beautiful artist. Everyone's
Let's
Googled
see.
it at least once in their life.
Everybody's Googling it. No, unfortunately, I do not see it on Wealthy Gorilla.
Oh, God damn it.
It's too bad.
Better luck next time.
He's not rich, I guess.
It's the dead of night. It's literally so late right now. I've never recorded this late. It's 8 p.m.
I know, it's 8, and Zoe's practically dead. It's crazy. She's yawned 4 times.
I purposely kept my bra on so I wouldn't fall asleep.
That's really funny,
It's like,
actually.
if
It prevents you.
if I'm uncomfortable, I'm not going to fall asleep. Also, I'm wearing my shorts, so it's like, my body thinks, yeah.
I can fall asleep in anything as long as I'm horizontal. If I start getting horizontal and comfy, I can fall asleep. If I'm leaning on like
I'm
one
not going to
side,
fall asleep,
like,
but I am going to snooze a bit. You know what I mean? I'll be like,
I did
oh,
snooze a little bit during that doc that we're about to talk about.
oh yeah,
like
we're going to
TV
do a
talk.
huge doc and
Like
talk.
a huge TV doc.
Yeah, well,
Talk will do.
wait, what was it? A remote to doodle dandy?
Yeah, that's exactly what you say.
Were you
love
like,
it.
I'm going to kill myself when she says it? Were you like, I'm so excited to hear her say it again?
No, I was thinking about it on I was on my way to Albertsons just thinking about the pod, you know me.
Yeah. I know you.
And think about the pod all the time. And I was like, I just kind of pictured you saying it for some reason, but only because I can kind of hear you saying it. And I kind of smirked.
Aw.
No, I'll say that next time. But no, I definitely
That's
smirked. And I was
sweet.
like, I smirked at a child. Just kidding.
Wait, you would have been so devastated if I just said remotely. It's like, yeah,
Remotely.
we're recording remotely.
Recording remotely.
Yeah.
We're doing
where's
a
the
boring
fun?
remotely episode.
Where's the fun in that?
No one says remote's little ding dong
No, I wouldn't dream of it.
or dandy.
Or dandy. Anyway, if your favorite, I mean, does Pod Save America say remote to doodle dandy? Methinks not.
Absolutely not.
I'd like to see him try.
They say methinks for sure.
Oh,
One of
they
the
do
most
say
annoying
methinks.
words ever.
They definitely say
They
methinks.
definitely say methinks.
You know who else says methinks?
the first word. Oh no, I mean Kevin James for sure, and like
Kevin James
comic
for
book
sure.
guy from The Simpsons.
Oh yeah,
Who else?
naturally. I was going to say our bad boys this week.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, they really do. They absolutely say me thanks.
Um,
Except, like,
so
gotta say, spoiler. Are we about to talk about
please.
them?
Yeah, but
Wait,
say
I
it.
had one more bad boy actually that came up that has nothing to do with my dinner tonight.
Okay.
Oh my God,
Okay,
I forgot to write it down. I put new bad boy and then put nothing. Fuck, I'll never remember now.
Wow. That
The
is
power of writing things down. You know, you
Hey.
have to write them down.
good boy,
Anyway,
writing things down.
Forget I ever said that.
Also, bad boy, after our technological mishap yesterday, I left my charger at Julia's house and I had to drive
Just
back
drive all the way back.
again in the dead of night. It was around this time yesterday that I
Cursed.
drove back.
I saw you 12 hours ago, and here I am again. 24 hours ago, I mean.
Yeah, that was
Sorry,
24
I
hours.
can count.
Yeah. I showed up at your apartment at 8 a.m. and I was like, hey, girl, let's a doodle dandy. Anyway, our bad boy this week, they're definitely a Mr. and Mrs.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of a
Um,
methinks your gal. And
Yeah. Yeah.
and a gentleman. But also, like, oh, they would absolutely do this little, like, stupid curtsy
Oh, yeah.
thing that I'm doing, this, like, mime curtsy.
They would definitely tip their hat, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely a Mr. and Mrs. Change your name into something sort of Dungeons and
Oh,
Dragons-y.
I would say for sure. She barely said anything at all.
I
I guess
know,
that maybe she
she's-
was just leading them or whatever. I mean, wow, I'm like
I
just
don't
talking
know.
about it. I just like
We'll get
started
into it.
blurting about it.
I know, speak of the devil. It's Jeff and Shaleia Ayan. Ayan is their last name, allegedly. There's a new
Okay.
documentary out on Amazon Prime, of all places, called Desperately
Wow.
Seeking Soulmate, Escaping the Twin Flames Universe. And you heard it here last. There's a Twin Flames doc coming to Netflix.
Be memorable.
Yeah.
I mean, what's more to know? I mean, this was a rough one.
So this is, I would say it's a cult.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I
But
guess. I really, like, it took me a while. And then by the third episode, I was like, yeah, I think this might be a cult.
Yeah, I mean, when they're people living in their weird compound, it's a cult. But it has
Yeah,
like
that's when they cross over.
it has beautiful little kisses of MLMs too. Basically, Jeff and Shaleia. It's like
What's that weird thing a leprechaun holds? Email Diane.
Shaleia.
I have to look.
Is that what it is?
A Duolingo, like the Duolingo Irish person. Shaleia.
I would love if
I'm really
Duolingo
gonna
could
go-
teach
what
me how to do
does
accents.
a leprechaun hold? Oh, that would be. What does a leprechaun do? Is the top thing?
What do they do? Steal gold?
They're portrayed as shoe cobblers. What do leprechauns put their gold in?
You
Oh
don't
my
want to
God,
know.
Children are on the internet. I'll tell you that. Oh my God. I gotta put this picture for leprechaun that like comes up in the Google search. I'm just gonna send it to Zoe. It's nuts. But I'll
Right.
put it in the Slimer for all to see. Anyway,
Perfect.
that's it. That's it about leprechauns, everybody. I almost sent this to my mother, my poor mother.
She would have been like, are you okay? So Jeff, this is the gist of the cult, I guess, is they believe that every single person has a twin flame, which is basically like a soulmate, but very spiritual, and like it's like a soulmate plus. And they say it's someone who is actually the other half of your soul. So Jeff and Shaleia decided that they are twin flames, and they've made it their mission to preach the gospel of twin flames to, let's be honest, mostly single women everywhere.
I mean, I actually didn't realize it was mostly women until literally the last episode.
Right. Literally the
I mean, it made
last episode
sense.
when they started like really going off the wall.
Well, they really went off.
So there is a long read. And when I say long, I mean like the sound recording was 42 minutes on Vanity Fair about this, called from a reporter named Alice Hines, who was like in the documentary. And I think this docuseries was sort of like based around her reporting. But basically she went and visited them. They're just like the most unhinged people I've ever seen. But they're in love. So Jeff and Shaleia say
increasingly more unhinged. I mean, it's like any cult
100%.
leader, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just like the more power they get, the more increasingly kooky they get and more like demanding and like just like say off the wall stuff.
Yeah. So they basically believe that they are, through God, they can like say, basically when people like come and join their group, their twin flame squad, and maybe they just went through a breakup, and the girl who, because it is mostly women, she'd be like, this guy and I just broke up and I think he's my twin flame. And Jeff and Shaleia claim that they receive their directives straight from God, whether or not that person is your twin flame or not. So they'd be like, God told me, yes, that is your twin flame, and you have to do everything in your power to get him back. And people really took that and ran with it.
Why did they? I mean, like, honestly, really? Like, why did you believe that?
So they would be
Can you
like,
believe though?
I can actually, because like this is such a perfect cult idea, because the whole thing about cult is like my name is Diane, is preying on people when they're down. And so if your whole thing is like we take singles who like just got dumped, and then these dinguses are telling them like, no, that's your soulmate plus, like get them back, like that's exactly what you want to hear. You're like, God told you that? Wow. God told you I should text this guy over and over again until he files a restraining order? Great idea.
They're like, actually, God encourages you to do that. I mean, in
Yeah,
our
they're
world,
like-
in our religion world, you're gonna want to call him 60 times, like you're a like 12-year-old.
Oh my
with
God!
your first
I just saw
boyfriend.
the
You know what I mean? Like, it's
leprechaun.
really weird. So for a second, I thought you meant like behind me. It was like, no.
Okay. Also, your
Like,
search
don't like
bar.
that.
Your search bar. What soes SOES a lep WR Chan? You need to include that in the photo. You had a bit of a typo salad.
It's honestly the only way I type. I gotta be honest. It's like what
Autocorrect
everything looks
has
like when I
gotten-
Google it.
Google has gotten so good at just knowing what I mean.
It really. Oh, really? Mine does
Yeah.
not. It's just like, listen, you wild card. What are you saying? What are you saying today? Hey.
So I think, and this was sort of unclear, but I think their whole shebang started as a Facebook group. Like a lot of this takes place on Facebook, which makes a lot of sense.
I mean, honestly, loser behavior, but also real
Yeah,
cult
for sure.
behavior. Unfortunately.
There's so their website is called Twin Flames Universe. And within the universe, there is a series, like a private series that you pay for, called Twin Flame Ascension School, which is sort of like a therapy thing over Zoom, where people who are in the organization join this Zoom with Jeff and Shaleia, and they basically give advice, but it's like negging advice.
Oh, it gets really bad. They get so bad, and they like yell at them.
Yeah, they get
he
very
yells at them, and
yeah.
she just goes, "Mm-hmm."
Yeah,
Or
she
like
just sits
sometimes she'll
there.
be like, "You got to stop the lies," or like she'll throw like a,
Oh yeah, she'll throw a thing in there.
"Do the work.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you care about this?"
Well, they also
Mostly
do.
she's just shaking her head in disapproval.
They also like, I guess there's this thing called mirror exercises, which I think are pretty popular in other cults too. Like they didn't invent this, but it's basically like you look at yourself in the mirror, and it teaches you that like all responsibility falls on you. Like regardless of what happens, like instead of blaming other people, you blame yourself. So if somebody calls you ugly, it's like on you that impacts you in some way.
I mean, they're not wrong. Just kidding. But also rude.
I think it's like that's such a like low-key example, but I think when it comes to like assault or the bigger issues that I feel like pop up in the groups like this, it is just gets very problematic to like constantly just be like, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. Scientology does that too.
Yeah. I mean, it's nasty. It's very nasty. Narcy Marcy behavior.
Yes, it's narcy-marcy behavior. But basically they have this like therapeutic Zoom session that they record. And when you sign up for this program, you can like buy a subscription to those recordings. And that's sort of how they make money, is they sell these classes that are basically just like broadcasted therapy sessions. And they're fucking expensive. And then they'll also have members become coaches where they offer like one-on-one or group therapy sessions. And even though and it's good, even though they in theory keep all of the money from the coaching sessions, they have to buy the entire library of classes when they become a coach, which is like several $1,000s.
Bit of an MLM for sure.
It does have that vibe, huh?
Yeah.
But there's no level. There's just the one level.
Well, and you're not making any money at all.
Right.
Which is,
they make,
at least that's a pyramid.
It is a pyramid.
A small pyramid. A very
it's a
tiny
small,
pyramid, though.
It's a petite pyramid.
It's a small.
One
that could just fit in your pocket. It's like listening to them is wild. And also I'm just like, Shaleia.
Oh, indeed.
I mean, I don't even know what she's about. And her dad hates her guts, which is hilarious.
Her dad literally hates her guts. Her dad was interviewed for the documentary and was like, a lot of people think that Shaleia, I'm literally never going to learn this woman's name. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Shaleia was his first victim. This is what her dad said. People think that she was his first victim. Oh, yeah. But that's not the case. Like he says that she's like the real perpetrator of everything. And like, it is really her ideas. And he's more the mouthpiece and she's like the brains.
I mean, what did he do to you, sir? Or she do to you, sir? Did she steal your money?
I guess cut him out of her life. I mean, both of them don't speak to anyone from their past.
I guess. I mean, people like that are like that sometimes, though. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
Cult leaders?
But then that, cult leaders like that. But then there would still be some like victim there, I feel like she would still kind of be a victim because unless it was, an original thought and they're both kind of like as bad as the other one. I don't know.
People it's kind of hard to tell.
Seem to think she's extremely complicit. Yeah, it's so hard to tell. It really is.
It's so hard to tell. Like,
I can't
because
tell.
I do think that like the spirituality aspect of it is way more her bag, and he's just like, I'm gonna get that money.
Yeah, I mean,
because his childhood friends sort of
confirm.
Yeah, his childhood friends were sort of like he always just had like an entrepreneurial spirit. Yeah.
And then his friend was just like, but wait, I still want to talk to the guy. I'll call for you.
Oh yeah, they definitely had that dramatic
this?
scene where he calls Jeff on the phone on speaker.
Like you just called like some unknown number. You didn't call Jeff. This isn't Jeff, man.
And then at one point in the cult's journey, they decided they had to start matchmaking. And this is sort of where the fact that it was all women became an issue. Because in order for them they wanted to matchmake within the Twin Flames community. And so I guess like Shaleia subscribes to this idea of divine masculinity and divine femininity, and that within one pairing there is both. And that's not necessarily like, it's not dependent on sex, whether or not you're divine masculine or divine feminine, but they believed within a pairing there had to be one of each. And because the community was largely straight women, Jeff and Shaleia would start making like convincing the members of this organization, cult, whatever, to like question their sexual orientation and gender identities. And they would eventually start like pairing up two women who said that they were straight, basically assigning one of them the masculine role. And according to this documentary, they would pressure them, the person who they decided was the more masculine of the two. They would pressure them to change their pronouns, change their name.
Yeah. I mean, it's nasty.
Okay, so I'm looking at the Twin Flames website at all of their products that they offer. And they're all 3 digits in a row. So like the cheapest one is $111 and the most expensive one is $8,888.
That's nuts.
And it's
That's
like
nuts.
111, 222, 3. Oh, there's 123. That's the Romance in Sedona workshop.
Romance in Sedona workshop. Should we go there?
Yeah, we should go. Experience the vibration of heaven on earth and see twin flames in harmonious union.
I already hate it.
See twin flames in harmonious union, get married.
Ooh.
Okay, romance attraction e-course. Become irresistible to your twin flame and magnetize them to you naturally. That's $333.
Sounds like a lie. $333? Remember when I worked for that psychic?
Yeah.
And she was selling those candles online that were like intention candles and shit?
Yeah.
And they were absolute. I mean, they were like.
And they really worked.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were so effective.
Absolutely worked. They were so effective.
I know.
With your little piece of jewelry in the bottom or whatever.
Okay, so this is what someone who took the romance attraction e-course said. This sounds like I'm like trying to get people to join this cult, but let me just remind you that you shouldn't. Before romance attraction, I felt disempowered, pining, and waiting to be romanced by another person. This e-course radically reoriented my view of romance. I just can't take it seriously when it's called an
Why do
e-course.
people talk like this?
I don't know.
Well, e-course. I mean, it's basically University of Phoenix for kooks.
It literally.
You know, Diane. She wants to be the dean.
She's ready to be the dean.
Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today.
Absolutely. Heal separation permanently and achieve harmonious union with your twin flame. That's $3,333. Or you could pay 12 installments of $333.
I actually don't think that's enough money to spend on that horse shit.
Wait, you think that's a steal?
Yeah. For love? Are you kidding me? Just kidding.
You're right. You can't put a price on love.
Beautiful soul.
Ugh, so true. The saddest part of all of every single cult documentary is when there's like the mom whose kid is in the cult.
Ugh. I'm so afraid she was dead.
I know that. Well, spoiler alert.
Past
she made
tense?
it out.
I mean, like, she made it out. She just wasn't talking to her parents, I guess.
No, she lives with her parents.
I thought she did.
Yeah, she she just didn't want to participate in the documentary, but she like left the cult. And yeah, the mom and her 2 aunts were speaking like she was dead and out of the picture, but truthfully, I think she was just like in the other room.
This is exactly what happens when you fall asleep for 5 minutes.
Yeah, you missed it.
I thought she came back, they reconnected, and they disconnected again. I was like, oh no, but she wasn't dead.
Connected. She wasn't dead.
See, you can't lay down when you're watching a movie.
She's out of the cult, but the person who she was in a relation, her quote unquote twin flame, according to God, is still in the cult.
That whole thing is so sad.
Yeah. And she was one of the people who was matched with another woman. And then they sort of convinced her, the person she was matched with, to transition into a man.
And that is so confusing.
It's just
that
so
is so
ass
confusing.
backwards. And they make it. They do this thing about how like progressive they are, how they have like queer members, and then in reality, it's like the same heteronormative bullshit.
I mean, it is for sure.
It literally is.
I mean, on top of it, just like offensively, like it's like they're what's the word? Like putting on a show almost. Well, of course they're putting on a show, but it's like when you're overcompensating when you're so bad at it. It's like a parent trying to be like, I love the gays. And you're
It
just
is.
like, sure.
It's like, this is so
great.
uncomfortable though. Like my grandma loved gay men, but really didn't like lesbians. Should I not have said that? I mean, whatever. She's dead now.
We love Joan, but rest in peace.
Report her to the ACLU. Rest in peace.
Yeah, listen, she had some weird ideas.
Yeah, look.
Can we put that letter of Jones in
the knives
letter if you end up keeping this in? Yeah, the knives.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah,
I think about that a lot.
I'll keep it in. I think it's fine. So yeah, I mean, I think the doc was fine. Am I going to watch the Netflix one? Probably.
Yeah, I want to know more. What I think is interesting is how they have so many recordings of them saying so much off the wall shit that they don't even care if it gets out there. You're just like, are you fucking kook? What? Do you really believe this shit?
There's no way they'd be able to scrub it all. And
no, and like, do you really stand by this shit?
Literally any documentarian can purchase every single recording for $8,888.
That's kook.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. I mean, and I would, just kidding. But
I mean, look, streaming content these days, it's kind of a steal.
If you go to their Instagram,
how
many followers?
They have like 40,000 followers, but I agree, considering like...
Oh, on their main, but like on their personals?
Oh, I'm sure it's weak. Yeah, they need to up their social media game for... I mean, not really. Like, they clearly know their audience is on Facebook, and that's where they're spending all of their time.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. I mean, and you know what? Keep me out of it. Keep me out of all those weird little groups on Facebook. I don't want to be a part of it. The discussion on Facebook.
No. Keep me out of the conversation. But I do think that it is definitely a cult because, first of all, they have people living there. Also, the way that they have people cut out their family members is classic cult. But it really does feel like different from Nexium or like one of these other things where it's like very much the whole thing is about them getting money. And it's not as much about the control over... it's both. But I feel like legally, they have way more loopholes than Nexium. Like, that man was like fully imprisoning women. And it seems like the Twin Flames people can sort of like skirt by being like, we offer courses online. And like, yeah, they're living with us, but whatever. And it's like, it's a little bit more legal gray area rather than in Nexium where it was like, legal black area.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, they had a lot of excuses and like to be like, I mean, you don't have to buy the product if you don't want it. And it's just like, okay, I mean, when you're calling it a product. And to be clear, a product is like him berating you and your ideas and trying to get you convince you to change your name or gender. I mean, very weird behavior. I mean,
and you know, they definitely like one person who was interviewed for the documentary was talking about how like they didn't have enough money to purchase one of the classes. And then like the person one of the people at Twin Flames was like walking through with her how to open a PayPal credit card. So that stuff is like, you know,
predatory.
Yeah, for sure. And like, she was like, thank God I got denied. Like her credit was not Izzy from Love is Blind, whatever.
Oh my God. Credit. Do you think they would have let Izzy in? Do you think do you think
Izzy would be great for
Twin Flame for Izzy?
Honestly?
You think so? I feel like he'd be a coach.
Oh, we should purchase him. We should purchase him Escape to Sedona or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
As a little gift.
Honestly, get him Escape to Sedona. Be like,
what if
from
Izzy...
your secret unadmirers, we hate your guts.
What if Izzy from Love is Blind is Diane's twin flame?
Ooh, email Diane.
Email Diane.
Is he? Yeah, gross. Just kidding.
Email Diane. Email Diane her twin flame.
I guess we'll talk about the
reunion.
We can talk about the reunion. Did I finish it? Oh fuck! I don't know if I did. Well, we can talk about it anyway.
Anything. Yeah. Well, I think
it really was boring.
I think we could shut the door on Twin Flames.
Okay. Why not?
Why not? We'll be back for the Netflix doc.
Oh yeah, part 2, baby.
I
struggling.
think Mark McGrath has looked into twin flames.
Really?
I think he's
Because of his
minimum.
wife. His wife was like, "Do you think you're my twin flame?"
Yeah, his wife was like, "Check out Jeff and Shaluli. Do you think we're like Jeff and Shalulu?"
So he said to Jared, "Do you think we're like Jeff and Shaleia?"
I was like, Jared, here's the thing about Jeff and Shaluli. They have what I want. And that's a cult.
I have what I want. And it's the hair. It's Shalila's hair.
It's the hair and the followers, baby. My name is Mark McGrath. Okay.
I can't imagine sacrificing any time to watching any of their videos.
No.
That's it, really.
But if we had planned better, we probably could have gotten a drop-a-doodle from them. Whatever.
Probably.
Future episode problem.
Too
Wait,
bad.
we haven't done good boys though. Do you have any? I mean, this has been such a horrible week.
Right. You're right. Really
So
this week has just begun.
I know. So it's like, where's the optimism?
Oh, here's my good boy.
Oh.
People's Instagram.
Oh, you do
so
love it.
It's like sometimes I'm like, is
People
this a real
Magazine, by the
headline?
way.
I don't even fucking care. It's so stupid. I'll just find something great for this week and put it in the slimer because honestly, they are off the rocker and I love it.
I mean, in the cesspool of Instagram right now, People Magazine is a bright spot.
You're right. And like, I'm not into tabloids really, but like, People is technically a tabloid.
People is a
Gotta say, it's a
tabloid,
funny
but it's also like man reunites with 21-year-old dog who lost both of its eyes. It's like that kind of thing too.
Or like my favorite one was like 97-year-old man dies after I don't know, what was it, parachuting out of an airplane or something.
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
just like, why would you post this? But okay.
Also, like, why would you be 97 and parachute out of an airplane?
Mm-hmm. Like
when
literally died the next day or something, or like, damn.
Oh, he died the next
Something
day.
like, or like maybe it was like,
why did I think he died midair?
And I think it was something more like oldest man to ever skydive at 97 or something. Jesus. Or like days after he accomplishes,
Okay. That's very different from what I was picturing.
Embarrassing. Him dying midair. My name is Zoe Claire.
There are two options. Either he jumps and dies before he deploys the parachute, or he jumps, deploys the parachute, and then dies. And I feel like they're very different.
Hard to tell which. Are you going to be would you ever jump out of the sky like that?
I don't think so, but I would rather skydive than bungee jump, but I'm not going to do either. Because I don't like the idea of, I don't like my ankles being, I don't know. It's like, I don't know what, bungee jumping grosses me out.
Okay. I mean, you heard it here last. Bungee jumping grosses her out.
I mean, and skydiving just isn't for me.
Disgusting. Okay, that's fair.
Okay, let's do
a fair
TV
statement.
talk.
One more thing about skydiving.
Yeah.
When I worked at Paramount Canada's Wonderland, we were like, it was called Backlot, and it was where our like employee, what's it called? Is lunch shit is like, it's where the employee, whatever, cafeteria. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh my god! And the skydiving things, we had this like skydive. I don't even know what to call it. It's not a real skydive thing, but it's like a half bungee, half skydive. Maybe it's called Skyrider, or is that?
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
It would literally, their faces would land like very close to ours. So it would be like,
that's so weird. Well, you were just like eating.
Just like, what the hell? Yeah, if you just like walked out of backlot into the back like area, and you're like, oh, like if you want to have
that was a really good sound effect, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Like I was taken right there.
Wow. I mean, 2001, back at PCW.
I'm back at PCW right there with you. Okay, TV talk.
Okay, TV
talk. We just like did
TV talk.
So you didn't watch the whole reunion.
Huge chunkorama.
Love is
No,
Blind.
I forget why, but it's been a week.
Okay, what happened? Basically, Lydia and Milton are still together. Then
Do we like Lydia now?
I can't tell. I'm so confused.
It is confusing.
I'm confused.
It is confusing.
I don't know. Like, ask me in 3 years when I forget these people exist.
You're right.
Like, they're gonna vanish from my memory so quickly. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait.
3 years when Lydia kills Milton.
There's definitely gonna be a Love is Blind murder in our lifetimes.
Oh, you're probably right.
And it's definitely gonna be
really
Lydia and Milton.
You're really right. It's definitely going to be those two kooks. But mostly her, because she is fiery with a passion.
And then do you remember Johnny? The girl Johnny?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. She came in for a blip, and I saw that he cheated on her or some shit.
Yeah, he cheated on her. That's the other update.
That was so boring. The most boring thing I've ever seen. And then...
And then the blonde girl yelled at her for like calling her ugly or something. It was like,
oh yeah, that whole thing.
Blind, just like throw it in the trash. It was so bad. But there is like, I say
that
and then,
like, no offense, girl. Is this the first time you've ever been called ugly? Because relax.
Seriously, like
if you're like 36
really
years old, and it's the first time you've been called ugly by
Count your
someone
blessings.
who is also hot. Shut up.
Count your blessings, Stacy. Go back to your
Stacey.
Pilates studio where everyone thinks you're so hot. I mean, and she is very conventionally
Except
attractive.
Yeah,
like,
she looks.
She's literally. I mean, she's
very
blonde.
normal.
She's blonde and skinny. What more could you want?
It's a classic look.
It's the classic look. So, like, if I were blonde and skinny and somebody called me ugly, I'd be like, and
Zoe would be like, I'm blonde and skinny.
I'd be
anything
like,
that you say to me rolls off my back.
Like, even an insult. I mean, no, you're right. Ugh, I'm blonde and skinny. Email Diane. She's not blonde and skinny, but she's tried to be blonde before.
It hasn't worked. Her hair just can't
worked.
handle it, and she
can't handle it. No,
hasn't worked.
Well, it all fell out. TV Talk, Devil's Plan, my favorite show. My boyfriend won.
Oh,
Sook Jen.
Nice.
He won.
Didn't realize he was also
the whole
an actor.
Game. Oh, he's an actor, baby. I think he does like K dramas, which I think are like soap operas. Which
wow,
I feel like I might get into.
Interested. Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to
Devil's
picture you
Plan,
watching a soap
spoiler alert.
opera ever.
You know what show starts tonight? Actually,
What?
F Boy
Tell
Island
me. Project Runway.
No.
What? Okay, good. What?
Yeah, on CW. But you don't.
Oh,
it's free, I think. Like you don't have to like sign up for CW. You just have to download the app. So I'm assuming they're going to be ads.
oh, great. I can't.
But at least
have
it's
that in my
free.
life.
At least it's free.
I mean, I guess. You know what, CW? Why don't you just
What?
kill me?
Okay, CW,
Just
you
kill
heard it
me.
your last. And that's really it. I don't really have any other TV talks because life.
Well, I'm definitely watching 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, the new season.
Hell yeah.
How are they?
And
How
what
are
else?
the, how's the
Let's see.
squad?
I mean, really messed up. And there's like
Yeah.
sad stories. God, they're getting sadder and
damn.
sadder.
I don't want that. That's why I'm watching.
But Gino's
this show.
back. Gino and Jasmine, I mean, they're back and better than ever. And she, she's in America and she is living in Michigan, which is a different kind of punishment.
so
if
they're
you've
finally
never lived in
doing.
cold weather before.
They're actually doing their 90
Yeah, it's
days
like
now.
They're the new like Colty,
Yeah.
going from
So they're
like multiple
actually gonna
franchise.
They're actually going to do their 90 days, and they're going to get married. I mean, they've been together so long.
Yeah. There's like, I don't know, the couples are semi-boring, but also kind of like semi-sad. You know what I mean?
That's like the worst combination for a 90 Day Fiance. I want them to
Yeah.
be
I mean,
chaotic.
They're mixing it up.
Okay, fine. I'll take it. Mixing it up
I'll
like
take
they're
it.
gay couples on it.
Well, there's a trans couple, this one.
Oh, cool.
It's a trans woman and a Moldovan gentleman.
Okay.
But like their story is interesting because like they met 20 years ago and
Oh.
then it was like different and then they grew back together, which is like cute, but she's like way older. Yeah.
That he is.
It's adorable. And he's like he's not a
Are-
looker. Gotta say. We'll put him in the Slimer. We'll put this couple in the Slimer.
Okay. We'll put the couple in the Slimer. Are they like destined to fail, you think?
It's just that like the mother is accepting. We don't know yet. We just don't know.
Oh, yeah.
We just don't know. It's a Moldovan mommy.
That would add a wrinkle to the Moldovan mommy.
You know what I mean?
I do.
It's a Moldovan mommy.
I do.
And I'm glad to be back in Moldova because we haven't been there since Andre and what's this? Wow, they really fell off the 90-day fiance earth. I wonder if they're divorced. I should check their D status. We'll see.
Check their D status, maybe. We'll see. Okay. Well, I have no other TV talk.
We did
it. We did it. We fucking did it. I want everyone to know we did it.
We really did it somehow.
Okay. Well, email Diane at badboy on a Monday of all days. Email Diane at badboypod.com if you're her twin flame. Your bad boys on the block.
You couldn't wait to say that.
I couldn't wait. No, actually, I thought about it in the moment. Jesus. My God. Just thought about it just now. Okay. Shop.badboypod.com for a shirt. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher, Google Podcast.
If you absolutely nasty, if you're fully disgusting,
if you're one of the most repulsive individuals on the planet, Stitcher.
Stitcher. A nasty bitch.
Follow us at Bad Boy Podcast. Take a peek-a-doodle dandy at the Wilbur Sliderama. And, keep an eye out for the Netflix version of this same documentary because it may be worse or it could be better. And that is why I love when two competing streamers make the same documentary. Keep doing that.
Keep ping-ponging back the same story, you losers.
I want to watch 7 more Firefest documentaries before I die. So let's go.
And have it, throw another Firefest in there. Just find another island to fuck up, you fucking bitches.
Agreed. Kevin.
Beautiful sentiment.
Beautiful
Kevin,
sentiment.
you done well.
Kevin.
Bossman Biden.
Bossman Biden. Tell them to stop blowing up Palestine.
Oh my God. Perhaps the biggest bad boy of all.
I mean, sneaky fuck Israel at the end.
Yeah, sneaky fuck Israel at the end.
Yeah, why not?
In case you didn't remember that we are never and have never been pro-Israel.
Yeah, we're not, but we are just gonna. Yeah, Jesus. I mean, guys,
what a week.
Don't genocide people. It's bad. It's bad, and we're Jews.
You think they're listening to us? Absolutely not. And we're Jews, and we think it's bad.
Yeah, Netanyahu, so if you're listening, fuck you.
Suck on this. Suck my whole ass.
But definitely follow us at Bad Boy Podcast.
Yeah, Netanyahu. Please don't follow us.
No, don't follow us. That would make us
really
look bad.
Scary. That'd be really scary, and we hate you.
But I would say occupying a innocent peoples is bad.
Yeah, it's all really shit.
So
anyway, Netanyahu, I hope you step on something really sharp this evening.
Have fun talking to your mom about that.
Oh, if there's one thing I could wish I could stop for people is having to talk to their parents about this.
I literally would love if I could just zip that right out of the conversation.
Oh dear.
If I could if you could remove Instagram infographics about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict or people having to talk to their parents about it, which one would you choose?
Oh, wow. That's a tough one. But also I would say on top of it is the people fighting amongst themselves where it's you can't post this and then you can't post this. And then isn't anybody caring? And you're okay, well, it's time for me to log off again.
Yeah, I know.
Goodbye.
I know.
You're all fighting. You're all fighting like everyone's fighting.
Everyone's fucking fighting. And it's really interesting to see who of the people are sneaky Zionists.
Oh God, sneaky Zionists are so random these days. You're just wait, you and you? And
I made the mistake of assuming that people were on the Free Palestine side of things. And that ended up being a conversation I was not interested in having with that individual.
It is so not. Oh God, tell me about it. But also not here. But also, why is it so hard for people? Just they bypass everything. They have to go through. But it's not right to kill Israelis. Why can't you just say it is right and normal and good and the only thing that needs to happen is liberation for Palestine? Is that not the fucking goal? So nuts.
In my mind, that's the goal.
That's literally the only goal.
I will say this
Ugh.
about infographics. They've made misinformation so cute.
They really have.
Like,
Who's
what?
behind it? You know what I mean? They're not get it, and then it's like, can you imagine edit after edit after edit, and you're just like, oh no, we sent out the infographic with all the wrong information. Oopsie.
Oopsies. Now
And then it's
everyone
just
thinks
out
that they
there.
beheaded babies.
I can't.
Oops. The beheading babies
Nightmare.
moment was like absolute hell. That didn't happen for the record. Or, I mean,
Sure.
it doesn't seem like it happened. I'll say that. The LA Times retracted theirs when the LA Times printed that it happened. And then they were like, actually, sorry about that. There's no proof that the beheading babies thing happened. So taking it back. It's like, well,
Take it back. We never said it. We never said it.
lady, the
And,
damage is
yeah,
done.
I mean, you said it.
You said it. And then
And you didn't fact check it.
You didn't fact check it. And now Israel is blowing innocent people to smithereens for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
And oh my God, the whole thing
Oh.
is such a disaster. And that's why you listen to Bad Boy Pod, is for this perfect commentary.
It's just another Tuesday for Israel to just like be the worst. So
Oh, they were waiting for a reason. They were waiting for a reason to commit a genocide. They were just waiting.
oh my God, it's just, it's what they do.
It's what they do. Well, fuck. Twin flames, you know what I mean?
Certainly not.
Certainly
Goodness.
not. Certainly
These are
not.
not. Well, for a second, this
Yep.
is really sad. This is
Yeah.
maybe not as sad as like what's going on over there. I looked at
Yeah.
myself for a second and was like,
Uh-huh.
Woody Allen?
Oh no.
What's
Honestly,
wrong with me?
a tragedy and a war crime.
I definitely got Woody Allen in the You're right. A tragedy war crime is awful. I definitely got Woody Allen in that like celebrity face match thing.
Oh yeah,
You're
I
just
remember
like-
when you got that.
Like, you're this old
It's-
Jew. And I'm like, great, thanks.
It's the glasses.
It's the glasses. And they weren't even these
Anyway.
glasses. Anyway.
Anyway. Yeah. Shut the door, baby.
Take that, Netanyahu.
Yeah. Mark McGrath probably a Zionist.
Oh no, he probably is. He's shared for some misinformation.
Oh,
For
he's definitely
sure.
shared. He's definitely shared a "I stand with Israel" meme. Did you see that Justin Bieber thing?
No.
He shared something on his Instagram, like a picture, and it said, "I stand with Israel," and it was over a picture of Gaza, like blown up to the ground, and it said, "I stand with Israel" on it. And then he obviously got called out, and then he reposted it, except it just says, "I stand with Israel" over like a green background.
Oh, beautiful. I mean, idiot, but like, wow. What are you doing over there? Like,
Why can't you?
listen, people.
Why can't you look at the fact that you said that you posted that image being like, oh, it's so sad what they did to Israel. I stand with Israel. And instead of like being like, oh shit, that image was actually taken in Gaza and not Israel. You don't think like, maybe I should care for the people whose shit was blown up. You just think I'm going to repost this with a green background. But it's like, where's the critical thinking here,
Maniac.
guys?
It's so when I forget so much, what I really, really, really forget is that people don't know anything about this conflict. A.
Yeah.
B. Even though it's been like, this is like the 17th time, at least in our lifetimes, plus this
Mhm.
kind of thing has happened, at
Yeah.
least with Twitter being around. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
even counting all the other times. There have
Yeah.
been so many times this has happened. This isn't even like, and all these people are just like, oh my God, what's happening over there right now? And you're just
I
like,
can't.
you mean since all the time?
You
I mean,
mean
like
for the
this
past
time's bad, of
75
course, for another
it's
reason, but like,
it's very bad. It's like, you mean the past like 75 years? Yeah, it's crazy.
it's just nuts.
It's nuts.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
not good.
really hate it. I really hate the discourse. I understand that it has to be done, I guess, but it is really horrible.
I agree. I
Um,
agree.
And you know what? It's good to know who you know that's a sneaky Zionist, actually.
Yeah, it's
'Cause,
helpful information.
like, I'm actually glad to know who not to trust.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like akin to like on top of other things like colonialism
Yes.
and literally everything else. So I mean, I mean, it's like I sometimes I'm just like, do you not really understand what's happening here to people? That's what I really don't get. Like, if they don't understand the full, like, if they really understood the full, like, grasp of what we had here, like, what the actual situation is, like, would they feel way worse about being pro-Israel? Would they finally understand why people don't speak like this, and why
I don't
not
know.
every Jew is an Israeli, and why not every Jew supports Israel? Is this like the longest outro ever? Sneaky Jewish outro.
Sneaky Jewish outro. I do want to say that if you do want
Jews
to
for
follow
Palestine outro.
Jews for
Sneaky.
Palestine outro, and on that note, there is an Instagram account, Jewish Voice for Peace, one word, and I find that their content is shit I agree with. So if you want a perspective that's not pro-Israel and not like pro-genocide, I recommend checking out their shit.
Yeah.
And maybe we could put a link in our bio. We could put a link in our bio to a place to donate for Palestinian relief efforts. Did I say bio? I meant description.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. Okay. Well, what a
We know how
perfect
to use
sneaky
social-
what a perfect sneaky Jewish outro. Free Palestine.
The Free Palestine.
Brought to you by Lady Parts.